The goal of this video is to explain flame charging, a Spyro 1 speedrunning technique. Flame charging is really important for speeding up your runs, since it allows you to take faster paths through levels. Throughout this tutorial, you can look at the input display in the top left to see what I'm doing and match it to what's on screen. So it's important to note that when you're charging, the game does not allow you to flame. You have to let go of charge in order to flame. Fundamentally, a flame charge is when you let go of charge, quickly flame, and then immediately go back to charging. It's actually possible to do this in a single frame, but you don't have to be that fast. On screen you can see me holding my controller and doing the flame charge input a bit slowly. I'm rolling my thumb from the square button on the left to the circle button on the right. Generally, you may already be doing this movement when you kill thieves or fodder. You can also do this to just get past enemies that are dangerous, such as an alpine ridge. I recommend practicing an alpine ridge first. Spyro 1 has a mechanic where if you destroy a chest or an enemy by charging, the gem will home in. This makes collection much easier. Note that if you stop charging, the gem doesn't home in. It's also worth noting that a few enemies will have the gem home in when you flame, without the need to charge. With a properly executed flame charge, however, you can get this homing effect from many enemies without killing them by charging, but rather by flaming them. That's because you start your charge before the gem pops up, tricking the game into thinking that you've killed the enemy by charging. This allows you to save a few frames each time, because you don't need to go out of your way to charge the chest or enemy. Instead, you can start turning away sooner. On screen, you can see a number of flame charges. In general, you have to be pretty close to whatever you're flame charging for it to be successful. In many of these cases, you can see that I'm turning away from what I'm flame charging before I get there, allowing me to start my next path a little more quickly. When flame charging, you have to watch out for how close you are to what you're flaming, as well as your timing. Too close or too far and the gem won't home in. And if you're not charging quickly enough, the game won't register you as having charged. Not everything in the game can be flame charged. Many large enemies cannot be. A few, such as these big enemies in high caves, can be, but you have to get very close to them. You can see if you miss a flame charge, the gem takes some time to pop up, so the flame charge is generally faster if you can hit it. You can even flame charge the armor in haunted towers. These are seen as some of the most precise flame charges, since it takes a very particular distance to be able to hit them successfully. These take a lot of practice. Now, don't flame charge just for the sake of it. Only do so if it gets you a better path. Otherwise, it's faster to charge through enemies. You can even flame charge fan chests, though just like with other things, you have to be careful about the distance and your timing. In my opinion, pairs of chests are the best thing to flame charge at first. They're stationary, and it's pretty satisfying to hit two of them at once. I'd encourage you to start the practice with these. And that's the basics of flame charging. It takes a lot of practice, especially since different types of enemies and chests will require slightly different timing on your part. But once you get good at this, you can really speed up your routes, since you can take tighter lines throughout the levels. Good luck!